It's Money in the Bank Media Day. I'm here with him, Carmelo Hayes. Now, Melo, I landed yesterday, 7:15, 15 minutes after Kendrick dropped the video. And I'm going to be real honest with you. It felt like the mood changed in Toronto. In your opinion, I don't know when you got in, but can you see it's a little sadness out there in these Toronto streets?
For some reason, when I came in, I couldn't get that song out of my head. I caught myself saying, getting a couple lines off, and I realized I got to watch where I'm at, man. I see what happened to Rick Ross. You got to watch where you at.
Yo, that's facts. One thing I wanted to ask you, though, I know that you love wrestling. You've wanted to do this your whole life since you was eating cartoons and cereals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you do with the action figures that they make of you?
You know what's crazy is like when you're in it. I remember as a kid, I had the action figures. As a kid, I played the video games, but for some reason, when you're in it, you don't see it that way. So like I have my figures, you know what I mean? I have like a box of them, but I wish I could say like, yeah, I got them and I'd take them out, but I really don't because it's more like it's like almost like a trophy. You know what I mean? And it's a weird way to like a really vain way to say it, like a trophy of yourself. But also in a way, it's an accomplishment. I look at that like being a kid, and sometimes like I have to, like I said, step out of my own shoes and be like, holy crap, I have an action figure, and holy crap, I'm in a video game. So with those action figures, I just collect them or I'll give them to people, my friends and family and stuff.
That's dope. And I remember talking to you before NXT Stand and Deliver in Hollywood. Yeah. You were talking about how your time in NXT was kind of like going through college, freshman year, sophomore year. Sure. Well, you graduated. You got drafted. And you got drafted. You've been planting these money trees, going up against Cody Rhodes, going up against Randy Orton, like getting those moments that you've always wanted. How does it feel to actually manifest those dreams into reality?
Sometimes when you're along the ride, you don't stop and smell the flowers, and I think that's been something that I've been doing, is just kind of just going along the ride. Only when I talk to people like you guys, and you guys put it into perspective for me, I really can stop and be like, holy crap, I did do that. But I think that's part of the reason for my success is I don't really stop and try and live in the moment to where it's like I allow it to psych myself out. I just continue to chase the moments, and I think something I said in the past is I don't keep score, I just keep scoring. And I think that's kind of like my mentality is just I'm not going to just pull up on my track record on what I've done. It's like, well, what's next? You know what I mean?
Facts. And my last question, when you get into a ladder match, one of these matches with weapons where your body's going to be in pain, is it a feeling of euphoria going through those matches, or it's like, damn, I got a ladder match, this is going to hurt?
After you've done them a couple times, you just kind of understand the pressures and kind of what comes with it, the requirements, I guess you could say. But I don't ever psych myself out, and there's no like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like, hey, what happens out there is going to happen out there. Just like any other match, you can get just as hurt in a one-on-one than you can in a ladder match a lot of times. So you know what I mean. And I've been in a couple. I've been fortunate enough to be in a couple where I've walked out okay. And so I plan on walking out okay tomorrow and walking out with that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Melo, I don't know if you know this. Money trees, cartoons and cereal, and euphoria. I asked those specifically on purpose.
Yeah, I was wondering where you was going with that. Yeah, cartoons and cereal. I appreciate the reference, my boy. I appreciate you, dog.
Melo, thank you for the time.
Absolutely, anytime.